Hello folks! Today we have team game highlights from the PolyChampions Season 16. You'll see creative uses of monuments, cloaks being tracked and thwarted, effective uses of peace and embassies, and lots of naval tactics. Okay, let's see those highlights. Hello, I'm Espark. I'm leader of the Arctic Wolves and on a Huskies team. And with me today is Titan.
Hello, I'm Titan. I am the co-leader for House Lightning and the team captain for the Thundercats.
Yeah, and today we're going to review the highlights from PolyChampions team games from Season 16. Remember, these games were all played on version 103, so the tech tree is going to be a little different from the current version. These games were all submitted by teams, reviewed by a panel of top players, and each given a score. With a score of 53, we have a 2v2 archipelago game, Team Wildfire versus Team Ronin. Ronin are in the south and east. Wildfire are in the west and north. So the key moment I was looking at this is on turn 8 and 9. So what do you think of this setup at the moment, Titan?
Very interesting for sure. Everyone's already in the water. Establishing dominance in the water is important, especially on a map like Archipelago. So everyone's in the water, which just looks good. It really looks like it could go anywhere from here.
Yeah, so this is a cool move. Yellow Barter gets a giant, right, in their capital. But Golden Yellow doesn't place the Park of Fortune. Okay, he saves it. And then look, Red has these 2 units. And Red sieges Yellow's city. Again, but they're allies. They're on the same team.
Yeah, intriguing.
So here, Yellow, look, Yellow places the Park of Fortune in the city that's being sieged.
That's very smart. Allows for the quick and easy giant for his teammate.
Yeah, so the next turn, Red takes the city, gets the water, the port connection through the water, and is able to get a giant in their capital, and also a giant in that city with, look, there's 2 Parks of Fortune there.
Wow. Don't see that very often for sure, but quite a creative and efficient way to grab an extra giant for your team.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. Well played, Wildfire. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Next, we have a 2v2 Pangea game with a score of 58. Bandits are in the east and south. Crop dusters are all lumped together in the north. And yeah, this is so unusual. They have Aquarion, Vangear, and 2 Umaji on a Pangea.
Quite the assortment of tribes here.
So let's look ahead. Oh, Vangear gets diplomacy. Are they going to do an embassy rush? Yeah.
They sure are. Look at that.
It's turn 8 and Aquarion has Tridentions. Now, these are the old Tridents on version 103 that could attack and escape. Very nice.
Very early Tridents, but Tridents are kind of the way to go as Aquarion if you're bunched up in a landmass like this without a whole lot of water to move. Because Tridents can hit from range and bounce to safety.
So it looks like Umaji with the skin is really dominating.
That's what I'm saying too.
But Aquarion is coming back. You know, moving around the edge of the map. That's the thing about Pangea games, right? You don't usually see a lot of water action with Pangea, but it looks like Aquarion's really making the most.
Not really. But it looks like Aquarion's going to try to really pressure Vindir real good from the water here.
Yeah,
really make it hard on Vindir to do anything.
The Tridents
for sure.
just killed the Vangear giant.
Wow.
Let's skip ahead. Oh yeah, Vangear is not doing so well.
Oh, he went rammers to counter the water advance of Aquarion. But that is quite a lot of riders in the east.
I see a cloak.
Oh yeah, they were bound to come at some point.
Where?
Especially hitting those centralized cities that have had giants upgraded on them. It's going to spawn a lot of cloaks and make it really hard to unsiege consistently.
Look at those tridents, just picking off those Vengir units. Dang.
Vengir is just stuck. And the siege to go with it.
Are we going to see a crab?
Oh yeah.
No, I lost track of the cloak. Oh, it went over here. Let's see. Woo! Look at those daggers.
Wow.
And moving the giant
And the
in.
giant siege. Wow.
Yeah, the Aquarion Umaji team is in a very strong position.
Very tough. Yeah. It's going to be nearly impossible for any of these opponents to kill off these tridents. Aquarion's able to just run free.
This is cool. I have not seen a Pangea game with Aquarion really coming out in force and using their tridents along the perimeter of the map. Very interesting.
Oh yeah. And it seems incredibly difficult to stop.
Alright, I'm going to fast forward a bit. Oh yeah, look at this. Aquarion is just taking over. The crabs are coming.
Yep, Vengir is slowly but surely falling apart. His teammates coming to help in some way. But I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah.
The Aquarion was just too strong.
They hang in there. Look at this. Vengir is still hanging in there until turn 20 and then they end.
Wow.
That's
This
fun.
goes to show that even an early position, even if it seems weak, with good planning, anything is possible.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's look at the next one. This is another Pangea game. Vikings versus Arctic Wolves with a score of 60. Vikings are in the west and north. Arctic Wolves are in the south and east.
Another Vengir. Interesting. Very interesting.
Look, turn 7, Barter already has 2 cloaks.
Interesting use of early cloaks. The opponent's cities aren't super upgraded yet. I want a third cloak up on the top.
Yeah, Barter has a lot of cloaks. That's interesting. I wouldn't think Barter to get the cloaks. I would expect Quetzali to. Okay, so let's see. Oh, they get an Explorer. All right. Yeah.
Uncovered the cloak in the top.
Yeah. Quetzali got an Explorer, so he can see that Barter cloak and tell his teammate, the Vengir.
Indeed.
Vengir. Oh, let's look at that again. Vengir hits the cloak, right? Let's see it.
Yeah. Bounces right up into it.
Nice. They reveal the cloak, which means that cloak can't be used to attack next turn. Oh,
Nope.
and another cloak. Oh, and they killed it. Oh.
Wow.
2 cloaks gone.
Absolutely. And they know exactly where the third one is already.
Mm-hmm.
And they know to be prepared for it. He knows it's got to be around somewhere.
Let's see. Oh, there it was. They got
He
it.
got it again.
They got the
And was
cloak.
able to kill it with the sword.
I'm going to move up a little bit. So here on turn 9, right, Barter still has that cloak hiding in the north.
Mm-hmm.
Barter's still the only one who has cloaks. This is so funny.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Oh, wait, no, I saw a cloak down there. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
There was one in the south. Yep.
Okay.
Quetzali's got one.
Quetzali got a cloak. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. There's still that cloak in the north. Is Wenger gonna uncover it again? Oh, Wenger's getting a giant. Attacking a defender.
Kill the defender. Interesting.
So, and the Wenger rider moved onto the mountain adjacent to, right, the cloak, and they have that little eyeball. So they
So
suspect.
now they know that it's got to be on one of those tiles.
Yes. Ah. So Barter did get a hit in with that cloak.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen with this Quetzali cloak? Oh, there it is.
It hits.
Hit the Chinchi City.
Did.
Does Barter get another cloak? Yep. Okay, turn
Does.
11. Barter gets, what is this, their fourth cloak? Oh, yeah, and then Quetzali gets another cloak. So many cloaks.
Cloaks everywhere. But they're effective. Very tough to stop in bunches.
Oh, look.
And now Wenger just tapped up 4 cloaks.
Yeah. Wenger's going to get diplomacy. Wenger's going to get their own cloaks. Cool.
Very cool. I don't know if I've ever seen a game where all 4 players involved were cloaking everybody.
Does Chinchi have cloaks yet? Not yet.
Not yet. Looks like they're sticking with the idea of getting more giants.
Oh, Barter got another cloak.
They're everywhere. They just don't stop.
Quetzali attacking the Chinchi giant with archers. That's smart.
Absolutely. That early archery decision is paying off big time.
Oh, look at that. Wenger.
And Ryder Rhodes
Look at that.
strikes again. Outstanding understanding of Ryder Rhodes there.
Mm-hmm. Placing roads, getting that rider in, and killing the cloak in the city.
Amazing.
Aha, the cloak was revealed. No kidding. There it is.
And they revealed the other barter cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding understanding of cloak placement as well, as they've predicted accurately many cloaks this game. Very, very cool.
All right, what's this last cloak going to do? This barter cloak. Oh, it moved already. And then these two Quetzali cloaks. Let's see, they're going to hit again. Oh, yeah, clearing out with using the archer to kill that unit that was in the way so they could maneuver their cloak to reach the Chinchi city. Smart.
Way to be. Very smart. And more giants still.
They going to push the cloak?
They do.
Yeah. Oh, revealing another cloak.
Yeah, that's just outstanding understanding of where the cloaks are going to be and accurately predicting them and being able to kill them all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Next, with a score of 63, is a Valkyries versus Thundercats dryland game, except we thought it was complicated enough of a game that it deserved its own video. There's a link in the description. The next highlight is from a Kraken versus Ronin archipelago game with a score of 66. Kraken is in the south and east. Ronin is in the west and north.
All right.
So yeah, archipelago, lots of naval action. Wanny picking up defenders to put in boats. This is turn 8. Oh, they got a peace treaty.
I'm actually surprised at how much land connected there is in this map. There's quite a bit of land that's all connected there in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to skip ahead. Do you think it looks pretty even so far? How do you...
Looks very even right now. However, the Kiku on the western side does have 2 bombers. We'll see how those figure in when it comes to his ability to play defense and offense at the same time against the opposing Kiku.
I see those Kiku bombers moving in.
Yep.
The key is you have to keep them safe, because if they're out in front, then they can get attacked. Like, oh, what did I just say?
Yep. On cue.
I've done that before. That's how I know. Don't put your bombers in front, people. Keep them safe.
Yeah. Yeah. Took out some scouts as well.
Yeah,
The
see,
green
that
Kiku
was
did.
nice. Look at that. Let's go back. This barter bomber, safe. Safe in the back, right?
Yep.
Upgrade, and then boom, splash damage. I like it.
Absolutely. Great damage there.
And Juggernaut's coming out. Bye-bye, Rammer. Yeah, you use your scouts to attack the Rammer and then finish it off with another Rammer.
Oh, yeah. And now that Juggernaut is right up next to that city there in the kind of the center of the map there.
This one?
Uh-huh.
Let's see, what's going to happen with that yellow Juggernaut?
And Zabassi's got a pair of Juggernauts closing in on Barter up top as well.
Mm-hmm. But yellow did not siege green.
Not.
Interesting. They're going to siege with the defender, maybe?
Might be his plan.
Oh, popping a giant. Nope.
Oh. You will not be sieging with a defender now.
So now yellow did drop that giant in there.
Did siege and had a significant amount of stars to do other advantages as well. There's a couple more bombers are coming up from his cities.
Is green going to be able to unsiege? And look at, yeah, Zabassi's just moving in on Barter.
I don't think green's going to be able to unsiege this. I don't believe.
Let's see. Oh,
We'll
putting
see.
down a monument.
Oh, he is. The giant push.
Cool.
That will do it.
Got another giant there. But I don't think it's going to be enough. It looks like, right?
Green
It looks
is
like
played.
Barter's going down. Zabassi's
Oh,
taking
yeah.
him over.
The defense played by the green Kiku was outstanding in this game. Truly some professional level gameplay for sure.
Very nice. And then if we move
Zabassi
forward-
just picking units off here and there and everywhere.
Yeah, yellow's still hanging in there, but green and Zabassi really have the momentum.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and in the end, yeah,
That is going to be it.
Yeah.
Wow.
very nice. That was fun.
Absolutely. Great defense. Turned it into great offense. And they got a well-earned win.
Exactly. Now we have a 3v3, another archipelago game, with a score of 68 dragons versus lightning. Lightning is in the east, southwest, and west. dragons have the middle, north, and southeast. So
I know those guys.
do you know these guys?
The first, I do. The first 3v3, I believe. First to the water can have a big advantage.
Yeah, that's why we're seeing 2 Aquarions and 2 Kikus. Oh, it's the same, and 2 Chinchis.
Wow. Mirrored tribes. Great minds must think alike.
Yeah. And the Chinchis are in the middle of the map, and all the naval tribes are on the periphery. That's cool.
Wow.
It looks like, yeah, Green Kiku already has a bomber. Did they get that from a ruin?
Wow.
I don't remember. Was that possible in this
I
version?
do believe so. If they've already got bombers at turn 6, they're good.
It has to have been from a ruin, right?
I do believe that's from a ruin.
Yeah. Okay. And look at this. Aquarian got climbing, and they're going to get 2 ruins from that. That's totally worth it. Let's see what they get.
On the same turn as well.
Population. Nice.
Very good.
Oh, and free diving. Nice. That's 1 step closer to Tridents.
Absolutely. That climbing tech was every bit worth it.
Purple Kiku is in a good situation. They have 4 cities.
Rammers as well. And a giant.
Oh, border growth. Interesting. Why do you think they went border growth?
Probably calculated that they would be able to get the max amount of giants by doing border growth. And also prevented anyone else from border growthing around them to steal any of those resources.
I've also heard another high-level tip to border growth on water maps is to allow more tiles for you to upgrade your forces so you can move a raft and still be in your terrain and then get a bomber or something later.
For sure.
No roads. Now this, I don't think we'll see this anymore, right? Aquarian using roads.
Nope. Wanted that city connection.
Oh, we have a siege here. Is Red gonna be able to unsiege? Yes, with the ship. Nice.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen. Oh, there are some tridents coming out.
There's even an Aquarion boat too. Couple of them.
There are quite a few Aquarion boats from Blue. That's another thing. We're not going to see any more Aquarion boats.
I don't think they've gone tridents yet. Despite having free diving, which is interesting.
Good point. Blue, right? Let's look at that. Blue has free diving, but no spearing. Whereas the pink Aquarion, they have quite a few tridents. Huh. Why do you think
they went straight for it.
Why do you think Blue is going for boats?
Sure.
And not tridents?
That's a great question. I'm not sure. With them having such an early opportunity to get tridents, I would have thought it would have been the optimal play.
You know, it
But
might
they
be
must have had
because the way
else.
the land is. Look, there's all that land in the north. It's kind of like a buffer. Like, how would tridents... The tridents would have to go all the way around the edges to get out.
That's true. That's a possibility. Their capital and other cities are
Whereas in the east,
a little unfavorable.
there's all this water access, so it's easier for the tridents to, like, you know, dart in, attack, and then dart back. Whereas blue, there's not a lot of options for that kind of movement.
Yeah, and now that Aquarion in the east is able to team up with his teammate as they take down Kiku.
Nope, get in the lighthouse.
Always a good thing.
Yeah, this is really unusual for Aquarion. Putting down roads and no tridents. Oh, look at that blue crab.
Wow. He's sad.
And look, 2 of these sieges down here.
Yeah. Kikyu is having a tough time defending. And he's a little isolated from his teammates as well as he's being double teamed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a classic move in 3v3s. If you can isolate one and do it as a 2v1, it's really hard to defend against that when you have 2 people going at you.
Purple Kikyu looks really strong still. Started strong and seems to be continuing that trend.
Yep. So essentially, we don't see a lot of peace treaties yet. Even if you can't get embassies, we should say 3v3s are not allowed to have embassies. But peace treaties can still be helpful for like negating zone of control and movement.
That is true. But I guess strategy hasn't been something anyone's been interested in just yet. Kikyu looks like he sieged a Chinchi city there in the middle. The purple Kikyu did.
Oh, there's some peace treaties.
Right in the middle. Again. It's the second time you've done that. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm amazed. Sometimes I impress myself. I know how to play Polytopia. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You sure you haven't seen these replays?
Right.
Kikyu completely killed now.
Yeah. Yeah, that teal Chinchi just took over that Kiku in the south with the help, right, of their ally, Pink Aquarium.
Absolutely.
It was the 2v1 that did it.
For sure, and like you mentioned before, it was all that extra water that Aquarion had access to that really made that possible. As opposed to the other Aquarion kind of being landlocked a little bit.
Which is the beauty and the frustration of Polytopia, right? Like, you never know how the map's going to get generated, and sometimes it's really frustrating, and sometimes it's really fun.
Oh, yeah. And as soon as you think you've got the map figured out, you realize you do not. Every time.
All right, this looks like it's winding down, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, right, this game is going to be won, looks like, by Lightning. Good job, Lightning.
Absolutely. Go team.
Well played with that naval there. Very good. All right, for our second best game of the season, we have another archipelago game with a score of 78. Huskies are in the north and east. Narwhals are in the south and west.
Some mirror 2v2 action.
Okay.
The map is split right down the middle. The Chinchi in the east kind of got blocked out of a lot of land travel. He didn't get a whole lot to work with.
Yeah, this player, right?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But he's got ports down, so he'll be moving quickly.
And got a swordsman. Oh my gosh, look at that. That swordsman way in the east corner. That's going to take a long time to be useful.
Yikes. Yeah. Not exactly ideal, but I wouldn't be surprised that sword comes in handy at some point.
They got another vet swordsman. Dang. So now that side has 2 vet swordsmen from the room. They probably were like, I would rather have a tech.
Probably. But high HP rammers aren't too bad either.
I don't see any rammers yet.
I don't either.
Okay.
I saw one earlier, but I don't see any now. Scouts knocking some of the rafts out.
Oh, that explorer did not have deep water movement, but still managed to get the lighthouse.
It did. My explorers never get lighthouses. For whatever reason.
Yeah, Mijuan programmed it that way for certain players. They just never get lighthouses from explorers. Yeah.
I'm definitely one of them.
Yeah. It's hard coded, like, into the game. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe every bit of that. There's a rammer up top,
I see. Okay.
but it's by itself.
Yeah. Yeah, that rammer might be in trouble. But we'll see.
Yeah.
A yellow has a juggernaut, and they put the
Yeah.
swordsman in a ship. Ow.
Yep.
Yeah, that rammer's going bye-bye. Oh, there's a siege. They can be able to... Yeah, they unsieged. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I guess if there's one benefit to being a little blocked off from the rest of the land as the Chinchi in the east is you get to build up quite the navy. He's got quite a bit of units as he's advancing now.
Oh, beige got strategy and diplomacy. So they're setting
And here
up
comes the
embassies, which
embassy.
is standard. That makes sense. Turn 12,
Yeah.
getting embassies. Okay. It still looks pretty even to me. What do you say? Do you see like one side has more of an advantage?
I'll be curious to see what happens in the east. Chinchi has a lot of units coming at IMO, but IMO, fortunately, I think is going to have enough time to build up some defenses against it. But this yellow Chinchi is getting closer and closer to the center every turn. Even has a rammer all the way up in the red Chinchi's territory.
Well, one hit point rammer, but it's a bother.
Yeah, 1 hit point, but it's got to be killed.
Yellow
And it's
landed
controlling
their
that ram.
giant on the village.
Wow. They're playing for keeps there.
Yeah, they really want that. Oh, look! Beige did a border expansion. I like
Wow.
it. That's what we were talking about before. Like, why would
Yep.
you expand borders in the water? But it can be both like offensive and defensive.
Yeah, and he really blocked off the total value of that village that Chinchi committed a giant to.
Exactly. By expanding borders, not only do they get more of their own resources, but they take those resources away from yellow.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Now the
beige,
IMO in the north
beige
raining
IMO is
down.
really strong. What were you saying? Sorry, say it again.
The top IMO in the north there, he's really coming down hard on Chinchi now. Chinchi's just kind of struggling to keep his head above the water, so to speak.
Yeah, this red Chinchi looks like he's in trouble. But he may be able to unsiege if he can put a giant there. But oh yeah.
He cannot.
Nope.
He'll be able to re-siege, but with all those scouts there, he won't be able to sustain it.
Mm-hmm. Ah, and now the other side gets diplomacy.
And bombers.
And there's the embassies. Yep. Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this IMO in the north is becoming incredibly strong. I don't see a way for
This is
anyone to
why
stop him.
Meister Lamp is a pro.
Yes. Very impressive play. Just dismantled this Chinchi in the north. But the yellow Chinchi, to his credit, has also matched his teammate and has been very strong in the east.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they turned it around. So it looks like this is going to be the end soon. With,
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, with the red
Great
Chinchi
win.
going down.
Great win here. Absolutely. Seemed to be a trend. A lot of people really thought that the Navy is where the cool and exciting plays are. And based on what I saw, I can't really disagree.
Yeah.
Some really top-tier gameplay in the water.
The game that was rated the highest with a score of 96 was a Pangea 2v2. It had so many amazing plays and high-level strategy. We gave it its own video and Game of the Season award. There's a link in the description.
Awesome. Yep.
Okay. Thanks so much for being here, Titan. I really appreciate your insight. This was fun.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I had a blast as well. Thank you for the opportunity.
To get on a team and play games in the PolyChampions League, join our Discord. A link to the Discord server is in the description. Take care. See you on the next one.